There are towns in America that feel almost forbidden to talk about. Hidden havens where cobblestone streets, snowy peaks, or salt-kissed harbors whisper a beauty too rare to share. Locals guard them fiercely, muttering that too many outsiders would ruin the magic. These aren't your crowded tourist traps. They're secret sanctuaries where history lingers in the air, sunsets feel painted by hand, and life slows into something timeless. Today, we're unlocking the map to 10 of America's most beautiful secret small towns, places so captivating, you'll wonder why anyone ever wanted to keep them hidden. Number 10. Galena, Illinois. Galena, Illinois feels like a town where history and small-town charm blend seamlessly. With a population of just 3,200 residents, it offers a quieter pace of life in a setting that looks straight out of the 1800s. Over 85% of Galena's buildings are listed on the National Register of Historic Places, so walking through downtown is like stepping into a preserved storybook of cobblestone streets, brick storefronts, and old limestone homes. Housing is relatively affordable, with median home prices around $275,000, well below the national average for such a scenic community. The cost of living runs about 8 to 10% lower than average, while the median household income sits near $60,000. Jobs here often connect to tourism, boutique businesses, or small hospitality ventures, and the steady flow of visitors helps keep the local economy lively. Quality of life is one of Galena's strongest points. Summers average in the 80s degrees Fahrenheit, perfect for hiking, boating, and festivals. Winters dip into the 20s and bring a postcard-like snowy charm. The town is safe, family-friendly, and offers reliable healthcare access despite its small size. Neighbors know each other, community events are frequent, and the welcoming culture makes it easy to fit in. Still, Galena isn't perfect. Winters can feel long and gray, testing those who prefer sunshine. And during peak tourist weekends, the town can feel more crowded than its population suggests. Yet, for those seeking history, affordability, and timeless Midwest beauty, Galena remains one of the most charming secret towns in America. Number 9. Banner Elk, North Carolina. Banner Elk, tucked into the Blue Ridge Mountains, is one of those places that feels more like a year-round retreat than just a town. With a population of about 1,100 residents, it offers peace, friendly faces, and mountain views that never get old. The median home price is around $420,000, and while that's higher than other North Carolina small towns, the payoff is access to ski resorts, waterfalls, and panoramic views just outside your door. The cost of living is close to the national average, but groceries and utilities can run higher due to the remote mountain setting. Median household income hovers near $58,000, which fits well with the slower pace of life. Locals and seasonal residents keep the community tight-knit, and tourism provides plenty of seasonal jobs and events. Weather is part of the magic. Summers are mild with highs in the 70s. Fall brings fiery foliage. Winters sparkle with snow that fuels the ski industry, and spring is a burst of wildflowers. Grandfather Mountain State Park is minutes away, offering hiking and wildlife that add to the charm. Negatives? Winters can be rough, with icy roads and limited services during storms. Also, the town's popularity means housing demand is rising, and younger families sometimes find affordability tough. Still, Banner Elk remains a mountain gem that balances charm, outdoor adventure, and small-town living. Number 8. Mystic, Connecticut. Mystic, Connecticut blends coastal New England charm with small-town living. With about 4,500 residents, it's known for its maritime history, colonial-style homes, and a riverfront that feels like a living postcard. The median home price runs near $475,000, above the national average, but many pay it for water views and cultural richness. The cost of living is about 15% higher than average, mainly because of housing and taxes, but median household income sits near $72,000, which helps balance things. Tourism supports local jobs, and many residents are involved in the boating or hospitality industries. Weather here is quintessential New England. Winters dip into the 20s with snow along the shoreline, summers reach the 80s with plenty of sailing and kayaking, and fall colors transform the town into a painter's dream. Mystic's downtown is walkable and filled with small shops, seafood spots, and cozy cafes. Festivals and farmers markets keep the community lively. On the downside, Mystic's popularity with tourists means the town can feel packed on summer weekends. Property taxes are also higher than average in Connecticut, which can weigh on residents. Yet, for those who value history, waterfront beauty, and a strong sense of culture, Mystic remains one of New England's finest small-town secrets. Number 7. Solvang, California. Solvang, California is like living in a storybook Danish village without leaving the US. With a population of around 6,100 people, the town is packed with windmills, bakeries, and old-world charm. Founded by Danish settlers in 1911, it has kept its heritage alive with festivals, architecture, and traditional food. Median home prices are close to $850,000, high for a small town. But Solvang sits in the scenic Santa Ynez Valley, surrounded by vineyards and rolling hills. The cost of living is about 40% higher than the national average, though median household income is around $80,000, reflecting the upscale vibe. Weather is a dream, Mediterranean style, with mild winters in the 60s and dry, sunny summers in the 80s. Outdoor life includes biking wine country roads, horseback riding, and exploring local trails. The walkable downtown has pastry shops, wine tastings, and Danish restaurants that attract visitors year-round. Quality of life here is excellent, with low crime and a tight-knit community, though the influx of tourists, over 1 million annually, can feel overwhelming to locals. The other downside is affordability. Housing and everyday expenses are steep compared to many rural towns. Still, Solvang's charm, culture, and natural beauty make it an enchanting place to live, where mornings begin with fresh pastries, days end with golden sunsets over vineyards, and life feels like a permanent European holiday. Number 6. Bisbee, Arizona. Bisbee, Arizona is one of those towns that instantly captures your imagination with its quirky charm, steep hillsides, and colorful past. Located just 90 miles southeast of Tucson, Bisbee was once a booming copper mining hub. Today, with a population of about 4,800 residents, it has reinvented itself into an artist's haven and one of the Southwest's most eccentric hidden gems. The downtown area is a visual treat. Brightly painted Victorian homes cling to the hills, narrow stairways wind through neighborhoods, and art galleries spill out onto historic streets. The median home price sits around $250,000, which is affordable compared to many other artsy towns in America. Cost of living is about 10% lower than the national average, and the median household income is approximately $45,000. It's not a wealthy town, but its culture and lifestyle richness more than make up for it. The climate is mild by Arizona standards. Summers hover in the 80s degrees Fahrenheit rather than scorching into the triple digits, while winters are cool with average highs in the 50s, making it a year-round outdoor paradise. Residents enjoy hiking trails, historic tours, and local festivals that celebrate everything from blues music to bikes. Life in Bisbee has a distinct artistic and bohemian vibe. Coffee shops are buzzing with musicians, poets, and sculptors. Festivals like the Bisbee 1,000 Stair Climb add to its uniqueness, and the town's commitment to creativity makes it a welcoming place for free spirits. But negatives exist. Its remote location means job opportunities are limited outside of tourism, art, and service industries. Also, Steep hills and hundreds of staircases can make everyday life challenging for those with mobility issues. Still, Bisbee remains a colorful, offbeat desert escape where history, art, and community thrive together. Number 5. Bend, Oregon. Bend, Oregon is often called the outdoor playground of the West, and for good reason. With a population of over 105,000, it feels larger than a small town, yet still carries the friendliness of one. Once a humble logging community, Bend has transformed into a vibrant hub for outdoor adventure, craft beer, and a lifestyle that balances small-town charm with modern convenience. The housing market reflects its desirability. Median home values hover around $733,000, which is steep compared to Oregon's state average. Cost of living is about 20% higher than national levels, but with a median household income near $76,000, many residents find the balance manageable. While affordability is a growing issue, the quality of life keeps people coming. The natural beauty here is staggering. Bend is nestled between the Cascade Mountains and high desert, giving residents access to everything from skiing at Mount Bachelor to kayaking the Deschutes River. Summers are warm and sunny with average highs in the 80s, while winters bring snow for skiing, snowboarding, and sledding. With over 300 days of sunshine annually, it's a dream for outdoor enthusiasts. Culture is another highlight. Bend boasts more than 30 craft breweries, a thriving arts community, and endless trails for biking and hiking. Locals pride themselves on living active, adventurous lives, whether it's rock climbing, paddleboarding, or enjoying outdoor concerts along the river. Negatives? Rapid growth has driven up housing costs and traffic. What was once a quiet logging town now feels crowded at times, with long lines at favorite bakeries or busy roads during tourist season. Still, Bend remains one of America's most magnetic mountain towns, a place where natural beauty, craft culture, and community come together. Number 4. Camden, Maine. Camden, Maine, often called the Jewel of the Coast, is a harbor town where mountains meet the Atlantic. With a population of just 5,000 residents, it's a postcard-perfect mix of sailboats, lighthouses, and New England architecture. The median home price is around $500,000, and the cost of living is 10 to 15% higher than the U.S. average, mostly due to property values and heating costs. Median household income hovers at $65,000, and the economy is supported by tourism, maritime industries, and small businesses. Life here is defined by beauty. Summers are mild, in the 70s, perfect for sailing or hiking Mount Batty. Autumn bursts into fiery foliage, winters are snowy and cozy, and spring brings a fresh coastal breeze. The walkable downtown is filled with bookstores, art galleries, seafood restaurants, and historic inns. Camden Hills State Park adds outdoor adventure right on the town's doorstep. Negatives? Winters can be long and harsh, with icy conditions and high heating bills. Tourists also flood in during the summer, sometimes overwhelming the small community. Despite that, locals enjoy a strong sense of belonging, low crime rates, and access to some of the most beautiful coastal scenery in America. Camden blends elegance, nature, and history into one unforgettable small town. Number 2. Steamboat Springs, Colorado. Steamboat Springs, Colorado is a place where cowboys and skiers share the same main street. Known as Ski Town, USA, this Rocky Mountain community of about 13,000 residents blends ranching heritage with world-class recreation. Founded in 1900, the town has produced more Olympians than any other place in America, making sports and outdoor adventure a way of life. The median home price sits around $1.2 million, making Steamboat one of the pricier towns on this list. The cost of living is 40% above the U.S. average, though the median household income of $92,000 reflects the more affluent lifestyle here. Tourism drives the economy, alongside ranching and small businesses, which keeps the town lively year-round. The setting is breathtaking. Winters bring powdery slopes at Steamboat Ski Resort, famous for its champagne snow. Summers are just as magical, with kayaking on the Yampa River, hot springs to soak in, and endless trails for hiking and mountain biking. Festivals, rodeos, and weekly farmers markets keep community life vibrant. Still, paradise has trade-offs. Housing affordability is a major issue, with many workers struggling to find rentals. And like most mountain towns, traffic jams happen, not with cars, but with elk and the occasional moose crossing the road. Yet, for those who can afford it, Steamboat offers one of the most complete mountain lifestyles in the U.S., where adventure, history, and beauty converge in a single breathtaking package. Number 1. Beaufort, South Carolina. Beaufort, South Carolina is southern charm, wrapped in moss-draped oaks and waterfront breezes. With a population of about 13,700 residents, this coastal gem sits on Port Royal Island and is one of the oldest towns in the South, founded back in 1711. Its antebellum homes, cobblestone streets, and historic churches make everyday life feel like walking through a living history book. The median home price is about $400,000, and the cost of living is roughly 5% below the national average, making Beaufort surprisingly affordable for such a scenic coastal destination. Median household income is close to $65,000, with jobs tied to tourism, the military base, and small local businesses. The pace of life is slower, neighborly, and deeply community-driven. Weather here is warm and inviting, summers in the high 80s, winters mild in the 50s. The waterfront provides endless opportunities: boating, kayaking, or simply enjoying sunsets that turn the water gold. Beaufort also boasts one of the South's best downtowns, lined with galleries, seafood restaurants, and boutique shops. Festivals like the Water Festival add to the strong sense of community spirit. Still, Beaufort isn't flawless. Humidity and hurricanes are realities, and flooding is a concern in low-lying neighborhoods. Tourism also spikes during summer, sometimes crowding downtown. Yet, despite these drawbacks, Beaufort maintains its timeless appeal. Life here is about front porch conversations, shrimp fresh off the boat, and a lifestyle where beauty and history blend seamlessly. It's no wonder many consider Beaufort the crown jewel of small-town coastal America.